On July 21st, 2023, 2 films will be released. One, a 3-hour biopic about the man they call the father of the atomic bomb. And the second film being, of course, Barbie. There is something exhilarating happening here. A box office showdown between these 2 films. 2 films with identical budgets, the same release date, but they couldn't be more different. One is a classic film road juggernaut, made by the man behind Interstellar and Inception. The kind of movie both your high school boyfriend and your grandpappy can't wait to see, and no doubt, a masterpiece. The other, a candy-colored chick flick extravaganza by perhaps the most famous and exciting female filmmaker to ever walk this earth, despite this only being her 3rd film. The kind of film your high school boyfriend and grandpappy would, in any other universe, roll their eyes at, but something different is happening here. Because in this universe, on their shared opening night, Barbie might actually fucking make more money. If this happens, calamity will ensue. History will be made, and Hollywood will be changed forever. Hopefully. Welcome to, the most important film of the 2020s. At a certain point, I had to accept the fact that any movie made for me was not a real film. Movies made for me were called chick flicks. The term is extremely trivializing, but to be honest, I do not care. I fucking love chick flicks, bruh. Like, these are my movies. Our movies. The ones made for us. The ones made about us, from our perspective. Except that's not true. These films are not from our perspective. Cut the music. Sorry, it was getting really annoying editing all of this with the do because I edit as I go. It's a whole thing. Anyways, you ready to feel fucking lied to? Enchanted, a classic chick flick, was directed, written, produced, shot, and edited exclusively by men. Bring It On, directed, produced, shot, and edited exclusively by men. These aren't your dad's drinking buddies. They're the people who made The Notebook. On the Wikipedia page for the term chick flick, there is a list of examples, 51 films that represent the genre. Out of those 51 chick flicks, 19 were written by women, 15 were edited by women, 12 directed by women, 8 produced by women, and none were shot by women. Meanwhile, plenty of these films were made with only men in leadership roles on set. No women at all making decisions. And these are the chick flicks. Learning that it was just all old white men making, like, all my favorite films, it's like pulling the mask off of a Scooby-Doo villain. Like, you directed Legally Blonde, and you directed Mean Girls? My Mean Girls?
Lucy, you idiot. Mean Girls was literally written by Tina Fey.
I'm sorry. That was really stupid. I feel like I'm preemptively responding to comments that I know I will get if anybody sees this video. Jeez, that's a grim thought. Oh. But the disembodied voice was right. Tina Fey did write Mean Girls, and I believe it was even, like, edited by a woman. It's true, it was, but those girlies next to the director, producer, and cinematographer, and you can see, even on the girliest movies, women are still a minority behind the scenes. I'm just now realizing that I way over-explained all of that, and I could have just said it in one sentence. Hollywood has an exclusion problem. I'm still getting the hang of this whole YouTube thing. I'm still doing, we're making it work. Let's get into what we're actually here to talk about. Barbie, the film that I believe will cure Hollywood's inclusion problem. No, but seriously. Never before has a film by a female filmmaker been so fucking anticipated. When word of its conception hit the internet, it went viral. When photos of the set during production leaked, they went viral. Then, months later, when the celebrities featured in those photos responded, that went viral.
It officially broke the internet.
The first trailer, the second trailer, the memes, the hype for this film is already historic.
It's the biggest question that everybody's asking on social media is what's the plot? What is
If
it about?
any film were to put more women behind the camera in Hollywood, it's Barbie. But how much money does Barbie have to make history? To send a message so strong to Hollywood that literally change is enacted as a direct result of the film's release? The answer is actually very simple. There's a literal dollar amount. It has to make more money than Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. For many of you, the next few seconds are going to seem very silly, but I have to assume that there's at least a few people out there for whom the name Christopher Nolan means nothing. So let's size up the competition here, shall we? Nolan is the 8th highest grossing filmmaker in history. He's been making blockbusters for so long that his filmography has its own Wikipedia page. These are his movies. Clearly, dude's a big deal. Honestly, for me to even entertain the idea that Barbie could make more money than his next film is kind of preposterous. But it literally might. Like, it actually could, for several reasons. The first of which, Greta fucking Gerwig. As a solo writer-director, she's only made 2 prior films, Lady Bird and Little Women, both of which were nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. That is a huge accomplishment for any filmmaker, but for a woman? It's unheard of. Only 9 women have ever been nominated for Best Director. Like ever. In history. Gerwig joined that list of 9 women with her first fucking film.
You've got Lady Bird,
That's
which
right.
is, as you said, directorial debut, and it is getting amazing notices. It was called Perfection by the New York Times. It's got a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is unheard of.
Yes.
I so remember that. The headlines. This random movie had been called Perfection. Something that movies simply are never called. And to think she was supposed to star in How I Met Your Dad. What would later become How I Met Your Father, starring Hilary Duff. It was originally Greta. Like,
Thank
seriously.
you guys so much for letting me cry.
But thank God that didn't work out because she's now probably the most famous female filmmaker working today. I mean, only the most famous people get to engage in the ritualistic dance that is the Vogue 73 Questions interview.
And when do you feel most comfortable?
When I'm directing.
Why?
Because I think the more chaotic and high pressure an environment is, the more relaxed and at ease I get.
Honestly, I have known that this woman could make history since I saw her in Frances Ha when I was 16. But for her to make history with Barbie, there's a few other things we have to take into consideration here. Film and TV carve out their audiences based on 3 main aspects: genre, gender, and generation. The 3 Gs. This is essentially the formula by which you attain mass appeal. You cater to lovers of multiple different genres, people of all gender identities, and people of different age demographics. If a movie or TV show appeals to as many of these groups as possible, then it could achieve what I'm going to be calling the Wednesday Addams effect, named for the ridiculous and unforeseen success of the Netflix show from last year. Do you remember how shocking it was? Inexplicably, Wednesday became the 3rd most successful debut in Netflix history, behind Squid Game and Stranger Things. People lost their damn minds when they heard how successful the show was. It's simple: genre, gender, generation. I'm telling you, I mean, this show had 1 foot in every goddamn genre in the book. Hollywood has also figured out that it's very easy to appeal to multiple generations. I mean, all you need is a pre-existing IP that boomers and company can feel nostalgic for, and that young folks can get excited about for the first time. That's really all you need. For Barbie to even have a chance of making more money on opening night than Oppenheimer, it has to achieve some form of mass appeal. We know that generations of women have played with Barbies, but lots of people will say, what about the men? Men won't come to see this pink-ass movie. They're allergic to the color. To which I say, did you see the first teaser trailer?
since the beginning of time, since the first little girl ever existed, there have been dolls. But the dolls were always and forever baby dolls. Until...
The entire trailer is a direct homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey, aka one of the top 10 film bro classics, like this shit is Bible. And the response from our cinema kings out there was chef's kiss. To be honest, I'm a 21-year-old man and proud to say that I'm genuinely excited for this film. I'm not letting my gender limit what I can and can't watch and enjoy. Yes, king, go off. Me and the boys are ready for this. Let's go. I never thought the day would come where a trailer for a Barbie movie would be a cinematic masterpiece. Well, sir, that's what Greta does. Young king here, a prince, I'll say. I'm an 18-year-old boy and I'll gladly go see this when it comes out. It actually looks really good. For some reason, I'm excited for it. Yes! Pop off! I love that this film is in no way going to reach its target demographic and is going to be wildly popular with every millennial. Yep, does that not just say it all right there? So, could Barbie make more money than Oppenheimer? Yes, I think it might. I think it could. It's slim, but I think it could. And if it does, will that make Hollywood put more women behind the camera, therefore giving us more authentic, genuine female stories from female perspectives? Yes, I hope so. But more than that, I hope that any of this made sense. Because honestly, I'm feeling very insecure. Yeah, a third of the way through making this video, I realized that I was making a video about the Barbie movie with hardly any of the Barbie movie in the video at all. So this is the last time I will edit as I go. I promise to be more succinct with my thoughts next time, and I hope if you made it this far, oh my god, legend. I honestly do not even want to post this video because I think it's just stupid a little bit, but I'm going to anyway because we're not striving for perfection in this house. So if you really did make it far, though, actually, please comment and, I don't know, give me some notes. Thank you for watching. Love you, besties. Ah!